Hello and welcome back to our Surrounded Challenge Norland series. And if you are new to the channel, you can check the description for an explanation of this challenge and its rules. But of course I do recommend going and checking out the previous episodes if you haven't already. Now, in the last episode we pretty much worried about moving a lot of our production, moving some of it from over here, and we moved it down to the main part of the town. And as well, we kind of downsized a little bit, especially with our mills. And we actually do have quite a bit else to talk about. Because if you saw, and you might have saw on, I believe it was Friday, I released a video detailing all of the notes for patch 26. And if you check it out, as you can see here, we have a lot of new icons on the map. Now, because we have an existing save, we actually have the same map as before, but in patch 26, a whole new map came out, and that's what these icons are really meant to be for. Personally, I think on this old map, these icons don't look nearly so good, but they look really, really great on the new map. So, another thing, while we're on the map here, and as you can see here, Starstream actually gave in to our demands and became our vassals, so that is going to be great. Of course, now Stardale, not a big fan of us. That's to be expected, of course. And it looks like there are some suitors out here. Now, if we needed to, we could potentially send Lyra to be the wife to one of these people. At the moment, that's not the plan, though. We want Wind Peak, Silverhaven, and Dust Valley at a minimum in our kingdom, and we're going to be trying to do that relatively shortly. However, there's a lot of forces there, and looking at Moon Lake and Stardale, we don't really want to challenge it too far yet. We're lucky, actually, that we managed to get this without any bloodshed, because I'm not sure we could have beaten Starstream if they had reinforcements from Stardale. Now, another thing that we need to talk about, before we go through the army screen, we actually have to go through the dynasty screen. Now, this was another part that was added in patch 26, and one little thing that I have noticed is, as you can see, Lyra is Amrauer's child, but for some reason it only shows Cormon here on Amrauer's tree. Hopefully they fix this. It seems like they prioritized having each person being like the center of their own tree, and I have no idea why this happens, because Lyra and Cormon should have the exact same parents. Unetra is their mother, who is currently one of our knights. So yeah, this is awesome. I hope they work out the little kinks in it, because I think that it would be nice to have, as much as possible, merged branches, and only having separate branches if, there's no common ancestor. But yeah, I am super happy with that. We're going to be making a lot of use of it. As you know, I go to people's screens and I'm like trying to figure out who they're related to and stuff in this little tab. Doesn't always go so well. Now, on the army screen note, you have probably seen me a couple of times where I'm like trying to figure out why sometimes I can send away a warrior and they become a peasant, but other times they do not. Now, one thing I did find when I was testing the patch 26 on a new save, if they're mercenaries, they basically never become peasants. And if they were previously a peasant, then they should become a peasant when you release them from their warrior contract. Now, I'm not too sure what's going on with like bandits. I don't think they become peasants either, but sometimes I think regular vagabonds do. So I'm not too sure about that. But one other thing is, if you have a prisoner, rather, like say you buy a prisoner from the trader, and then you free them to make them a warrior, and then you turn that release that warrior, they become a peasant. So we may actually, so basically, if you have a lot of extra gold, you can buy prisoners, turn them into warriors, and then send them to peasantry. And that's a good way to get yourself some extra migrants. So we may actually start to look into doing that as we have extra money. Now, we do have paper, so we could start a trade route. Ooh, Dust Valley right here. They don't like us enough, okay. we absolutely have to fix that then. Plus 16 if we send Elsa. We're going to do that. Now, one other thing. I was talking about the Chancellery and how we need to have 2 of them because of inefficiency. But I actually tested this out, and as long as you keep under the maximum, which is 25, that's the maximum amount of buildings that this can service. As long as you keep it anywhere at or under that, which, of course, you can't go over it, so that's no problem. There doesn't appear to be any efficiency issues. So I am actually going to be switching all of these over back to the Chancellery A, which of course I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we finished all that up, so as you can see, we are now at the maximum amount of buildings that this Chancellery can service, so we are still going to work towards trying to have Cormon get his management skill up so that he can manage the other one. Of course, having the star on management means that once you reach 15 management, you can manage a Chancellery without using any paper whatsoever. And we don't really have... I mean, we have some extra paper. We could put him on that and let him use a little bit of it, but that'll only last maybe like 11 days before we're down to the amount of paper that we want to use on trade routes, so maybe even only 6 days. So we don't really want to do that if we can avoid it. And actually, I think sometimes you can use more than... Is it more than... Okay, so each instruction by a clerk costs 0.5, so... Yeah, theoretically, you could use quite a bit of paper in a day. Now, another thing that we're doing, as you can see here, we have Elsa now on the training ground. Previously, we had Lyra here, and the reason that we moved it to Elsa is because Elsa is a little bit better, as you can see here, so... wait. Oh, yeah. So Elsa's going to do the envoy visit. But, basically, so I did check it. For Lyra, each blow during training gives 0.06 experience points in the combat skill. For Elsa, it's plus 0.08. So that's a little bit of a slight difference. And another thing we're going to do, we're actually going to set this to the max combat level just in case. And then we have Cormon here over on the hall, and we're going to set the maximum builders. We'll take priority off, and we'll set him over to this warehouse as well, and max builders. This way that he's getting some experience at least, because he probably needs, I'm going to guess, at least 50, but maybe even like more like 100. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't actually checked all of the XP to like tables. I really should eventually look into that. It seems like it's probably at least 50 XP that he's going to need to get to 15 management, but we will just have to see. Another thing I'm noticing, because of the surrounded challenge, Dust Valley and Silverhaven and Wind Peak were all in the same kingdom before. I think we had Wind Peak being the actual kingdom head, so they ended up going into Stardale, right? And it seems that Dust Valley decided to start an alliance with Silverhaven, and that's why they're still together. Now, kind of interestingly, this village is burnt, and they're not enemies with anybody over here. And I don't know why this is happening. I don't know if it's because of the new map. As you can see, if you're not scrolled in enough, you can't go over to these kind of like border regions, and it happens at the largest scale as well, so that's something to get used to. I'm about to actually restart the game to see if that's the issue, but I'm not sure. It might just be the update. Now, we do have more camp forest bandits that we can, or camps of forest bandits that we can go attack, at least the one. But yeah, I'm assuming that they are enemies with these guys right here, or these guys, or these guys. Probably these guys. That would be my guess. Okay, so as you can see, that actually did fix it. Now, another thing I didn't even mention, as you can see, there is this little political view now, so you can actually see a little bit easier which cities and stuff are in the same alliance and whatnot. I did mention in my update video, I don't think this was totally necessary. It's kind of growing on me, but it's still, I just don't think the map, definitely not in this current state right here, is big enough. And even on the new map, it's not really big enough either, but, I mean, it's not the worst. Now, as you can see, we do have a camp of forest bandits actually in our own lands. Oh yeah, that's right. So since we do have the joint attacks now We could actually send Starstream to help us out. We can't do that right now because they are, your king's command is insufficient to add another allied unit to the army. So apparently you have to actually have a good commander king. You can't just have a good commander in your city. That is kind of unfortunate. Not something that I actually knew about that. I actually agree with that. I agree that that should be a thing. But at the same time, if you have a substantially good commander, it could probably be kind of annoying because your king's not that commander, and yeah, that I could definitely see how some people would be annoyed by it, but I do think that overall I agree with it. Now we're going to probably send about 20 people just to really be sure that we don't lose anybody. And that should be good. We'll send Lyra to do that. Now, as you can see, Radamil from Stardale is planning to attack us here. That could be dangerous. It says 26. Wait, 6 swordsmen? They have 6 swordsmen, huh? Or is it just talking about this Lord Swordsman? Oh, is that the level? No, that should be the amount, right? Lord Swordsman and heavy armor with a shield. Why does it say 6? Do they really have 6 lords that have heavy armor and a sword? If so, then we are definitely screwed there. I hope that just means that it's actually just 1. I don't know why that says 6. But anyways, the big issue here is 26 archers. Even at level 3, that is going to be tough to deal with. That's in total 37, potentially 43, but I think hopefully it's just the 38. That could be really, really bad either way, though. I have no idea if we can even potentially deal with that. And if they decide to actually attack our main city, we're going to be in dire straits. Now, one thing, as you can see, we are not able to create any of our flavorful ale, and that is because we don't have the herbalist going right now. I did just add the workers back on there, but the instructions are still outdated. Now, we're also going to set that upgrade, because the more that we can get on that, the less likely we're going to need to rely on beer anymore, and then everybody should be extremely happy if they're able to drink the flavorful ale instead. Looks like the price is good there. We're going to also increase the price on these medical cells. Set that all the way to the max. We'll let prisoners have medical cells. They can have beer or moonshine. We're not producing moonshine, but they can drink it if they want to. Okay. Now, do not sell. Yes, that all looks good. This all looks good. Okay. Anything else on the production screen we want to deal with? No. We don't want to create paper yet. We just want to use it on the light armor. We may want to start getting bows soon. But that looks good for the moment. As you can see, that fight is ready. Just looking at also there. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. I actually probably should just keep auto-resolving these, but we'll just go ahead and take care of it real quick. I actually probably should not have Lyra running in like that. Just in case. Alright, only captured 1, unfortunately. I was hoping for a little bit more than that. Should we send them to go attack this now? Yeah, I don't want them to walk all the way back. Alright, envoy is... Oh wow, only +8? I was expecting much more out of that. Is there anything that we can... Offering to king, spend time... We need a... What is it? What is it now? Must be at least 0, right? So we only need a +13, basically. Okay, we'll just have Amrauer go ahead and go hunt with him then. Hey, Cormon. I didn't even realize that. That's the name of our son. Hopefully they can bond over that. Now, I don't know if this is because we have a direct border or something, but as you can see, even though we're at a -19 relation with Crystallite, for some reason we're able to do trades with them. Now, I don't want their wood, and I do not want to sell them paper, but I thought it might have something to do with them being macaw, but obviously Dust Valley is macaw too, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. He has a minus 19 relation to me. Yeah, I don't really understand why that is. There's obviously something in the system that I don't actually know about, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder, hold on, could we... Yeah, see, not enough relation with a Tenra either. Is it counting the relation from somebody else here than Nebtia? Seems not. Yeah, it's really strange. Okay, so here it is, and as you can see, yeah, these numbers clearly went down by quite a large amount. Crap. I really, really, really wish that I hadn't set them to do this camp now. Ooh. Well, we're gonna lose this, this village. Actually, hold on. We have 16 warriors with us right now. Now, how long would it take them to get over there? Let's see, right? 16 hours almost? Okay, so they definitely won't make it in time. So let's just send you back to attack this at least. And we'll start a new squad. Sending help. Unetra's our best bet, and actually we didn't even send her. We probably should have done that. Okay, should we maybe send Elsa? I feel like she's gonna die if we send her. That's the only issue. Onetra might be a good option, too. We're just gonna send them both. I mean, I feel like them dying would actually be better than losing that city, because that will substantially hurt us in the food department. Alright, so Unetra will send you. That's 18 soldiers, 7 combat. Is that an average of 7 combat, or... It looks like. That could be pretty solid. Now, on the other hand, we have another new prophecy. And this time, it's trees in your province will be infested by wood beetles, rapidly consuming wood and rendering it unsuitable. 5 times slower rate of harvest, and the price of wood at the Holy Caravan increased by 2 times. Not great. Not great at all. We're just going to auto-battle on this. Got 1 captured. Okay. So what, do you have 2 prisoners? Wow. Profit, I suppose. Alright, Cormon, go spend some time with Riordan. Okay, apparently Amrar is making it back to the city because Cormon isn't. Yeah, he's going to attack Night Hollow. Alright, well, I guess we have to wait a little bit longer on that trade route then. Not much we can actually do about that. Almost there for this village defense. Radamil from Stardale is planning to pillage. 11, 3 to 5 level spearmen. No armor. Okay, that's good. Those 3 archers are basically useless here. We can just rush in on them. And then that 1 Lord Swordsman. So I guess, because this says 1 now, I guess they really do have 6 Lord Swordsmen with heavy armor and a shield. That is very, very dangerous for us in the future. But here's the silver lining, okay, guys? So think about it. This is 15 of their soldiers. They have 52 in total. So taking this out right now, that's going to leave them with basically just bowmen. Oh, I really hope this battle goes good. Okay, guys, in a moment of truth, and this may be our hardest fight. It shows the balance of power not being so strong, but this is definitely looking like it's... I mean, all of our battles in this series have just been with bandits, so this is definitely the strongest battle in that sense. But what I mean is, if we can take them out without losing much ourselves, we're going to be in very, very, very good positioning against them in the future. Now, it looks like... Let's take a look at their setup. So they've got all their spearmen right here. Well, not all of them, but, you know, most of them. Drina's kind of left surrounded if we can take out this contingent right here. So that's going to be our goal. We're going to... Actually, we don't want to stay in the back. Unetra can... If she dies, it's not a big deal. I'm more worried about Elsa dying, really. Because she does have a decent amount of our knowledge, I think. Alright, let's see what happens here. I think we should be able to do this, but once Drina gets in there, some of our people can start melting pretty fast. Alright, we've basically taken out this contingent already. Come on. Take them out. We've only lost, what, one? Maybe two? Drina died. Oh, that is so good. Oh, they are in for it now. Take them out, guys. Oh, wow, that is so lucky. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, wait, hold on. Quit focusing on all that, guys. Go take out these last few guys. Oh my goodness. I thought that Drina was going to be so much more difficult than that. Everyone here thanks you. Yep. No problem, guys. And you'll still pay us tribute. Yeah. That's expected. Okay, they're down to 38 soldiers. That is amazing. Oh, that could not have gone any better. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Well, we have one last thing, which is the trader. So let's go ahead and take care of this. So, well, of course, as always, sell some of these. We'll keep it until we'll sell them until it's under 10 gold apiece. We'll buy... Do we want to buy more paper? No, I think it's okay where we're at. I don't think we can sell any of this right now. Haven't really been paying attention to our knowledge. This episode, at least. Actually, we really don't have much to do here in general. That's the truth of it. Now, one thing I am going to do... Let's see, do we have a macaw? We have one macaw here. They don't really have combat skill. Okay, well, they are cheap, though. Let's see, what's our composition? Mainly macaw and a few varns. We could do with a little bit more varns because we're not xenophobic towards them. I don't really want to have Cadens lying around. We'll just take up... Let's see, this guy's 35. Is that bad? I don't think so. 65, okay. We're just going to see. We're going to test out that little theory I had. So, free him, turn him into a warrior. And he became a peasant. Okay, so that seems to confirm it. So I think that's where we're going to call it for today. In the next episode, I actually think that we are probably going to try to take at least one of these cities. Probably Wind Peak, just because that'll take out some tribute that Stardale gets. But I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.